Now then, we're doing the cable cast on. We've got a slip stitch in place there on the left needle. Turn the hook away from you, and because we're going to be knitting, have the hook of the working needle facing toward you. Put the needle in, yarn around, let the hook pull it through. And did you spot my deliberate error there?
Nope.
I did say that I was going to do it without the hook for casting on, and so that we don't run into problems of not having enough yarn let in.
Right.
We're going to have the working needle with the hook because that's going to assist. So here we go again. Needle is in the slip stitch, yarn around, hook pulls it through and up and straight into the space between the two stitches. Both mounts, both legs of your stitch can be seen there, and can't you see with the mega needles easily what's going on there?
It's much easier to see what's going on.
So yarn around, and you see we can use the hook on the working needle because the yarn's coming this far down the needle anyway.
Right.
And on between the two. I'm using my 2 fingers there
just to support the needle.
Yes, that's it. Yes, it's just holding the needle in place. You see how firm that is now?
Yes.
No danger of it slipping out. And you see where the yarn is going when I put it round the needle. The hook takes the yarn, pulls it through and onto the needle. So this gives you the confidence to push the needles in as far as you think you need them. Unwind some yarn off the ball. Don't let it run away. I would normally have a ball of yarn sitting in a bowl of some sort. A bowl or a container of some sort that will let it run freely. It's not so easy sitting here at a table. I wouldn't normally sit at a table to knit. See? There is the activity with the left hand between the 2 fingers. Going behind both legs of the stitch between the 2 stitches and pull it up. Right, make this the last one, and that's probably enough to work a couple of rows for you to see. There we are, we've got a nice corded edge there. So, working needle, I'm going to knit this first row. So, hook facing forward. And take it off now, because we're knitting, not casting on.
So you just go through the front leg?
Through the front leg, yes. Right, at this point I'm going to turn the left needle so that I've got the hook working. So now I'm using the hooks on both needles, and remember, working the left needle hook faces away always. I'm purling, so this one's going to face away too. Now do be careful you don't get confused with your tails. Slip the first stitch as if to knit, knitwise, yarn around, and then purl, and let the hook do the work for you. Use your thumb to open up the stitch. say, I don't usually knit at a table. You can hear the needles. I'm simply wanting to show you the cable edge on this. And I've put the earlier one, the long tail, onto a needle so that you can see them both side by side.
So we've got a drum beat to go with the Robin song.
A drum beat?
Needles on the table.
Yes. Yes. The Robin song. And what's that other bird in the background? Right, so there's the cable. And even with such a thick and thin, uneven arch yarn, you can see what a really nice cabled edge you can achieve with that. And if you want to put a fringe on, you can easily pull one of these down, put the fringe in there, or just open it up to put the fringe in. And this, again, I didn't count the stitches, I have no idea. 11 and 13. And this was the long tail. So it's a nice, firm, even edge. It stretches nicely where you want it to be.
So is that slightly less stretch in the cable?
I don't know if there's less stretch in it. It seems to have been pushed out to the extent.
It seems more rigid.
Yes, but it's not tight, is it? It's not narrower than the knitting. This one's slightly narrower, but it stretches. So that's probably why I've used this for sleeves, cuffs of sleeves, because it stretches enough to go over the wrist, but pulls back once you've got it on, like that there. Okay, so the next thing to show you then will be casting off. Right, here's my working yarn. That's getting in the way.
Muddle.
Oh Lord, I should have wound this into a ball. Look
Cut. That's
I'm in a
You're in a muddle.
I'm
okay.
in a complete muddle, yes.
Stop here.